When we first started going to Newbreak OB, there was not a youth group. And we really wanted that for our kids. I had that growing up, and it was super impactful to my faith. And I have great memories. I want to give that to my kids and their friend group and the next generation. So we looked around at all the people that could do it. And then the mirror got in front of our face, and we're like, if we want this thing to happen, we're going to have to put it together. Pastor Braden lit the fire and was like, go for it, and provided whatever we needed to make it happen. And here we are. There are always obstacles to doing what we felt God has brought us to do and to lead this youth group. I would say every week that we have it, there's obstacles, but we feel like this is so important to invest in. If we're not investing in our youth, nothing else matters. So it's such an important investment, even though it's really difficult. It's a lot of work. It's been like such a blessing to me. And even though each time we meet, it's like, oh my gosh, we got to pick up this, we got to get this, we got to buy this, who's getting this? When the Holy Spirit is on the move and you see the kids responding, then we actually kind of just step out of the way and we're like, wow, this is something so much bigger than we even planned for.
One day I showed up and I happened to be a couple minutes late, and I walked into the room and the entire group was up on stage leading worship.
Yeah.
So I was the only one out in the audience. They were all up there, it was probably 15 people, 15 kids.
We have a youth worship team, and that was important to me. We started that on day one. But that day, all the kids said, can we just all lead worship on stage? And I was like, oh, is this a good idea? Is this going to be chaos? You know, worship is holy and worship is important and it sets the tone for the whole evening. But they were like, please. And just the sweetness. I mean, these are like 13-year-old boys begging to get on a microphone and sing worship songs in front of their friends. So I said, okay, fine. And so they all came on stage and it was just so sweet. Some of those moments are, I mean, holy moments. Like I want to cry. Like they're singing out to God. It's amazing.
So one of the kids was playing piano, one was playing drums.
You were in the middle of your story.
No. One was playing guitar and what else? There were a couple other instruments.
Guitar.
And the rest were singing. But the entire group was up there, and I thought that was a great moment.
Worship is where God does a lot of the work on our heart, and where we just let everything else go to the wayside and we focus on God and lift Him up. And when we lift Him up, all the rest falls into place. And if the youth can learn that from a young age, it will have a huge impact in their life, because they are going to go through some major difficulties, especially in our day and age. And if they know how to worship God no matter where they are spiritually, no matter where they are physically, no matter where they're living, it will have a huge impact on their life. Changing the church, even the physical building, to be ready for that is an important step.
If you provide this space and you provide the opportunity for these kids to worship God and learn about God, God's doing the work, we're not doing the work.